Okay, I'm just vlogging for a couple seconds just to say that I'm about to head out to go and do my first ever short film and get that done. It'll take me about an hour to get to where I need to be for the shoot, and it should be pretty quick. I have 5 lines now as compared to what I used to have, which was 2. I'm excited and this should be fun. Okay. Alright, it's the day after I was on set. I didn't record yesterday because I was kind of really tired and there was a bit of a headache going on. So I'm recording now. It is almost 10 o'clock. Alright, so my experience was really good on set. All of the people in the crew were very nice and easy to understand. Those people were all students, so that's awesome. Really, I don't have anything weird to say about it. I just enjoyed myself and it was a good experience for me to have. I didn't go to ballet last night because by the time we were done shooting and I looked at my phone, it was already past 7 o'clock and my ballet class would start at 7:15 and I wasn't in the area. So I've been breathing through my mouth at night, which is like the worst because it dries out everything and then when you actually wake up it makes it extra gross. Thursday I'm going to a script reading. These people were very good with communication. My god, after my last video, that's kind of one of those things that's like, okay, these people are legit. They're giving me feedback like right away. But also to clear things up about that, I'm totally understanding of the fact that there was a bounce back of emails, but in the end I ended up on set and that ended up giving me a slightly bigger role, which is really all I could ask for at this point in time. So on Thursday at 12 o'clock I will be meeting at It's a Cinema I know that the read is going to be at. And this is apparently, he said it's going to be a best of read, so there's a lot of different scripts being read, as well as I'll have to read a lot of different characters. And he also said there's gonna be times when your characters are actually talking to each other in the same scene, so like you're gonna be talking to yourself. The one thing that worries me, and I'm using actually this time to look at the scripts because I just got these scripts, I believe it was Monday night when I was already in bed, and yesterday obviously I was working more on the short film, so I'm looking at these scripts now. I did look at the one that they specifically are saying, please do your best to work on an Irish accent. I've never done an Irish accent before. Okay, now I know! It's Saoirse! It's Saoirse, not Saoirse! Now I know how to pronounce it, at least. Last night I was watching videos of Irish people trying stuff just so I could listen to the accent. And I also watched a video that was trying to help me talk with an Irish accent. But what I literally have to do is write down my lines phonetically how I would say them. Because there's no way I could do an Irish accent without that. I feel like I'm gonna be talking like this because it's all up there. So in total, the roles I am playing, 25 roles. That's a lot. I heard from another thing that I have submitted for. I submitted for being the monster in the film, which is not a speaking role, but it's all movement based, which I find kind of interesting. But I got the sides that I'm supposed to have for this character, even though there's no lines. But he's like, I'm sending you the sides just so you get a sense of the character, which I'm just gonna have to read the like stage notes and whatnot. And he wants to see me next Friday. Alright, I'm just going on to casting workbook and I just realized there's actually a lot of new things up. Okay, I'm submitting for a short film at Humber for a lead role. I just realized I haven't actually uploaded my new edited resume on here because I finished editing my resume last night, because now that I've had one short film, I have that short film on my resume now as an upcoming, because obviously it's still in the process of being edited and whatnot because they started their editing I believe today. So I'm gonna actually upload that before I apply to some other film things, just because that might actually help me here. Holy moly, that took so long to find. I don't know why. Okay, now I have uploaded my new resume. My updated resume, not very new actually. What's interesting about this role, as I'm reading the description of it, it's a very Cancer type description, and I'm a Cancer if you're into astrology stuff. So I find that interesting because that's something I definitely would relate to this character because it's very Cancer-like. Okay, I just submitted for another one. I submitted for a police officer. It's another short film for a film school. I'm also going to be submitting to another one because there happens to be a lot of female roles of my age popping up right now. Okay, I'm gonna go to backstage. Okay, I'm applying for one thing. It's kind of upsetting because I want to apply to voiceover works, but you already need an audio reel to even apply to them, and I don't have that yet because I ordered a microphone and it hasn't even shipped, and it's been like so long. I don't even know why they let me order it. Okay, that's all that's on backstage. I'm gonna go to Facebook again. Hey Donna, I actually got a message from somebody who I know actually, and she was asking if I'm available tomorrow, which at the moment I'm not, because tomorrow I'm doing the script reading from 12 to like 4:30, and it was right in the middle of that she was asking if I was available for, so I had to tell her no. Okay, it's now been a few days since I've actually sat down with my camera to record anything, so I'm sitting down now. I'm gonna go through all the sites as per usual. However, I don't believe I've caught you up on some things. I have an audition this coming Friday for the role of the monster in a student film. Really, I guess what I need to speak to you about is how my script reading went. My script reading on Wednesday went really, really well, and there were only 6 people there, 3 girls and 3 guys. I got to read a lot of different roles, which was really fun, as well as got to narrate about, I believe it was like 3 or 4, which is essentially reading the stage directions. No, not stage directions. The screenplay directions, meaning like what you're gonna be seeing as opposed to the lines. Oh my god, I'm such a theater person. Ay. I'm trying to move out of theater, well, not out of theater, but like I'm trying to move other places and dabble elsewhere. That's why I'm so ashamed of saying that anyways. But it went really well. I was definitely there from 12 to 4. I had a very valuable conversation with the people who were there at the end, because there were really only the 2 guys who had it on and the one other woman who was in the final scene with me, or was narrating in it. It was a very valuable conversation because it's actually not the first time I've heard anything like that. And it's basically about how getting a job in Toronto in like film and whatnot is actually really, really difficult. Obviously getting a job in film and whatnot is difficult as it is, but they were like, it's almost kind of a sketchy difficult, meaning there are certain agencies that know they're going to have one of their talent in like this lead role, for example. I don't know. I found that interesting and also very valuable to know, because even they said you're more likely to get cast for a Toronto film if you're coming from LA with an LA agent or something like that, because they have a thing about hiring Americans or hiring people from America, which is sort of disappointing in a sense, because like we're in Canada and there's like a lot of talented people in Canada, so it's not like you have any shortage of like options. After that, I didn't end up coming home because I went almost straight to ballet. I had dinner and then I went to ballet. I had a ballet class on Thursday. I went there, didn't have enough stuff for my hair, so my hair was in a ponytail, but I did ballet and I had all of my my shoes and my leotard and tights and stuff, so at least I had some stuff that I could work out in. And one of the things that I noticed, which is very exciting for me, is my legs are getting higher again, thank goodness. After 2 months off of dancing, you really lose all of your freaking muscle mass. It's awful. All right, and we are definitely going onto the websites that I normally go onto. Along with this, I'm going to check backstage. when I do. I'm also going to cancel my subscription because this week is going to be my month week, so they will charge me if I don't. All right, there's actually, thank goodness, not that much new on the casting workbook because I actually haven't been checking very much in the past few days. Okay, I'm gonna submit to one role for a York student film. However, one of the things it says is short hair is a plus, and that's obviously not something on my resume. Speaking of resumes, oh god, I have to freaking update mine, so I'll do that before I submit. So it's like a half an hour later and I've now submitted to 2 things. Submission to Man Casting, which is actually like an actual casting place, which for a paid gig, that would be nice on my resume, you know, and kind of in my bank, considering I'm poor. Also, I submitted for a commercial that was looking for people who have malleable faces. They didn't say it like that. They said expressive faces. Yes, that's what it was. They were looking for people who have like look like normal people, who have like tattoos or facial piercings or whatever the heck. One of the things they wanted you to send was like a video of yourself, like a selfie video. So I literally took a 48-second video off of my laptop and was like, I don't really know what you want me to do. I have a tattoo. I make faces sometimes, like all the times actually, and that's what I submitted for that. So that and this other one I just said are both paying gigs, so I've submitted to 2 paying ones. And I just submitted literally right before I put this camera back on to another student film. I'm on Facebook going through that stuff. I'm just gonna keep looking. There's a PSA that I'm gonna submit for because, well, it's for Humber College as well, so. These people are freaking shooting on Halloween. How rude. Okay, so I'm still gonna submit to it even though I don't agree with making people work on Halloween. I'm sorry, Halloween is a freaking holiday. Okay. Honestly, Halloween should be a freaking holiday because if you've ever worked on Halloween, it's a ghost town. Ha, great pun. I've kind of stopped reading out what I'm writing. In the end, I feel like it becomes pretty repetitive. That's why I'm not reading everything out, because I'm basically just saying, here's my submission to blah, blah, blah. I'm attaching my headshot and resume. Let me know if you need anything else. Pretty much done with this site. I'm not gonna be looking for anything else. Okay, I'm submitting to another thing. I feel like I'm submitting to so many, but honestly, it's because I've kind of been a potato and just like not done anything. Like I've gone onto the sites on my phone. I don't have my headshot and resume like on my phone as a file, so I can't submit when I'm just on my phone. I have to go onto my computer. I should put them on my phone. Like, I mean, that would be a bit more helpful. Sweet creature, just know you're not alone. I'm gonna make this place your home. The one thing that's honestly like kind of sketchy about this whole thing is like you never know who's gonna try and like use you or mess with you or like is a scam. When you're going through something like Facebook where none of the posts are really filtered or anything, you can't really determine which ones are the honest ones compared to which ones aren't. I just get this feeling sometimes that I'm like, is this like legit? Because after I've had one experience, which is like with a guy who said I got the role, and like I literally have not heard from him since, and I'm not gonna follow up because if he wanted to work with me he would email me. So after that experience I've kind of had like a weird, I don't know, feeling about like these Facebook pages, because it was through Facebook that I submitted to his project. I'm gonna start looking through a different source. There was an Instagram page that I just started following. Honestly, part of me doesn't want to follow them and just wants to like search them up sometimes because man, they spam. Like they post a lot, which is good in like the sense of there's a lot of different postings coming out that you can submit to, but I don't want to see that in my Instagram feed because it's spam. spam! I hate spam. Okay, I'm pretty much done with this. Okay, so because I have the notifications on, I literally just got a notification for a new casting call, and funny enough, there's a role that I fit. So I'm going to submit for it. It does say dark hair preferred, which clearly I don't sport. Okay, sorry, I don't know when this cut out, but I just started laughing because I read the character description. She lacks self-awareness, has little empathy, and has seemingly been in a psychological war with her mother since she exited the womb. That's awesome. Malin? That's not the name. Sweet creature. I feel like these cats don't help me work any quicker. Since they're specifically wanting like dark hair, I've put a little side note at the bottom saying, unfortunately, I don't sport dark hair at the moment, but I'd be willing to use a semi-permanent dye for the shoot. I know I said I was gonna do the Instagram thing, but it is nearly 12:30. This is literally everything. Like, they're looking for babies and stuff. So I'm gonna get to bed because it's past 12:30. I'm tired. Haha, caught on candid camera. Ha 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 ha. Hi, Da Vinci. Oh, okay. That was pointless. I'm not changing the angle now. Also, side note, I've had this tripod the whole time. I'm just too lazy to ever use it, and that's why the video actually probably looks like I tried, sort of, because it's at a nice angle instead of like my double chin angle. Okay, this is probably it for this week because this was really long, this one, because I missed so many things this week, so I had a few things to submit to. Okay, this is gonna be a hell and a half to edit. Okay, bye.